A man just threw himself off a tree using a foldable phone as his safety line, and the phone survived. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. It really helps me keep bringing you more tech breakdowns like this one. That phone is the Honor Magic V6, and no, this isn't some low-budget stunt gone wrong. This was part of an official campaign designed to prove one thing: foldables aren't fragile anymore. For years, foldable phones had a reputation. You paid premium money, and in return, you got anxiety. Screens cracking, hinges failing, dust creeping inside. Early adopters were basically beta testers with expensive problems. But brands have been quietly fixing those weaknesses generation after generation, and now Honor is trying to make a bold statement, not with lab tests, not with drop simulations, but with a full-grown adult human being hanging off their phone. That's where Joe Weller comes in. He's a 30-year-old YouTuber who partnered with Honor for this campaign. But instead of sitting in a studio talking about specs, he climbed up a tree, attached the Magic V6 to a zipline mechanism, and used the phone, specifically its hinge and chassis, as the load-bearing connection point. Before trusting his own body weight, they started small. First, they strapped a 25-kilogram backpack to the setup. The phone handled it without issues. Then they doubled it, 50 kilograms. Still fine. No snapping, no bending, no visible stress. Then came the real test. Joe himself, around 80 kilograms. He clipped in, took a breath, and jumped. The entire time, his safety line was anchored through the Honor Magic V6. If the hinge failed, if the chassis cracked, if anything gave way, that would have been a very different video. But it didn't. He made it across the water smoothly, and here's the part that really seals the marketing message. The moment he reached the other side, he pulled out the phone, unlocked it, and showed it working perfectly. No screen damage, no visible bends, no glitches, just a fully functional foldable like nothing happened. Now, obviously, don't try this yourself. This is still an expensive premium device, not climbing gear. But the point isn't to turn your phone into a zipline tool. The point is durability confidence. And that's what makes this interesting. Foldables have matured. The Magic V6 isn't just about being thin or stylish. It packs a massive 6600 milliamp hour battery, which is huge for a foldable. Battery life has always been a weak spot in this category, and pushing capacity this high matters in daily use way more than extreme stunts. It also carries IP68 and IP69 ratings, meaning it's protected against dust and high-pressure water. That's serious durability certification, especially for a device with moving parts. Add to that the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 chipset powering it, and you're looking at flagship-level performance inside a device that just proved it can hold a human being. Of course, marketing stunts are designed to grab attention, and this one definitely does. It gives off that old-school action movie energy, like something straight out of an 80s blockbuster. But underneath the theatrics, there's a real message. Foldables aren't experimental anymore. They're engineered. What I find interesting is how this shifts perception. The biggest psychological barrier with foldables has always been trust. Even if they're rated durable, people still hesitate. They remember early horror stories. They worry about hinge longevity. They fear expensive repairs. But watching someone literally trust their body weight to the hinge, that hits differently. Does it mean the phone is indestructible? Of course not. Physics still exists, but it signals confidence from the manufacturer, and that confidence matters when you're asking customers to spend premium money. We're entering a phase where foldables aren't niche experiments, they're serious flagship contenders, and campaigns like this show brands are ready to back that claim with bold demonstrations. Just maybe don't turn your next hiking trip into a stress test. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Take care.